Good morning, students. I hope you all have enjoyed your Diwali vacation. Now, let us begin with the English subject. So, today in this class, children, we are going to learn a new topic, that is a new lesson of our English prose, Voyage 3, Chapter 3.1. It can be done. And, children, it's a poem. Okay. Now, before I start this poem, children, I would like to give a short introduction about the poem. It can't be done. Generalize that the person who lacks confidence and motto is a type of a person who remains stagnant in the life and naturally unsuccessful. So it means, children, the poem explains that without hard work and shared determinations, man's life won't be as developed as it is now. So, children, without any hard work and putting effort, we are not able to develop in our life as it is mentioned in this poem. So, before I start this poem, children, first I will recite this poem for you all. So, please pay attention and just open your textbook, page number 49, in front of you, and you can also recite along with me. Okay, children, now I will recite this poem for you. The man who misses all the fun is who says it can't be done. In Solomon pride he stands aloof and greets each venture with reproof. Had he the power he had effaced the history of the human race. We have had no radio or motor cars, no streets lit by electric stars, no telegraph nor telephone. We had lingered in the age of stone. The world would sleep if things were run by men who say it can't be done. Now, children, now stanza wise, I will explain you the poem exactly what is given in this poem. The man who misses all the fun is he who says it can't be done. So, here, children, it says that if the person have not tried and just give up, such kind of person are saying that I can't be done. So such kind of thing and such kind of person has missed many one thing on his or her life. So here the poet clearly disapproves of people who says the word it can't be done. He tells us that, children, the man who says that something cannot be done is the man who misses all the fun. So, children, if we want to achieve something in our life, it is very important that we put our hard efforts. Then only we are going to succeed in our life. But sometime what happens, children, when we are not succeeded. But children, the unsucceeding also teaches many things that helps in our life further. So we should not miss any chance of our life. Okay, now I'm reading the second stanza. In Solomon pride, he stands aloof and greets each venture with reproof. Now, first of all, let me tell you the meaning of in Solomon pride. It means, children, looking very serious, or you can say grand and important. Second word, aloof. Aloof means separately. That means without getting involved in anything. That means a person who didn't involve in any activities in his life. Third one's venture. Venture means adventure, a dangerous or we can say risky task. When sometimes risky task comes in our life, so some children's what happen, they just give up from their life. No, I can't do this. No, but we should not give up with that things. We should come forward and we should just fight for that what is there in his life. So here in the second stanza it says that the person who says it can't be done and looks very serious and important, he doesn't do anything and he doesn't involve in new thing. So children, he has always has very few friends, and some fair criticism is always good. But children, such, such type of people with that sitting mind near negativity henceforth in everything. So now the thing is excellent. They don't miss the opportunity to criticize it, but children they expressed only negative comments. Now here I am just explaining you the third and fourth stanza together. Now just look at over here. Had he the power, he had a face, the history of the human race. We have no radio or motor cars, no streets lit by electric stars. So here the poet is trying to tell us that if the person had the power, he would happily erase if he start thinking, and it cannot be done him or himself. So it might be erased all the development made by the man. And also children, the history of the human race, because of this, the man who is thinking, it can't be done by themselves. There would be no radio, no motor cars, or street lights on the road. And we are lacking behind if the person is thinking, it can't be done. Okay, now let me tell you the first meaning of efface. It means wipe out, that means to remove. I'm reading the fifth stanza, children. No telegraph nor telephone we had lingered in the age of stone. Now, if the person is thinking in such a way that he cannot develop, that means it can't be done. So we are lacking behind as a stone age. So man, there would be no telephone, no telegraph, nothing was that, no invention maybe happen in that time. Now the last stanza. The world would sleep if things were run by man who says it can't be done. Now, in the last stanza, the poet is saying that the whole world would be inactive because of the person who is in a deep sleep, and if he thinks were run by the man who says the words, it can't be done. So, children, here the motive of this poem is to give message that whatever things we try in our life, it is not compulsory that you succeed at once. But children, it is most important that we don't give up and we stick to that. We try and try again and again. And definitely, children, one day we will get succeed in our life. But even if we are not succeed, no need to worry. In that thing also, children, also we can learn many things and which is going to help in our life. So, children, in this poem, it can be done. It says that whatever things you decide to achieve in our life, just stick it that and says that you can be do in the things in our life, and it can be done by yourself instead of giving up. So we should not give up in our life. Okay children, I hope you all have understood this poem, the beautiful poem. Okay, now we will just have a look at the meanings now. Okay, now I'm reading the meanings. First one, in Solomon pride, it means looking very serious, grand and important. Second one, aloof. It means unfriendly, distant, without getting involved in anything. Third one, venture. It means children, adventure, a dangerous or risky task. Fourth one, reproof. It means children, criticism, negative comments. Fifth one, efface. It means children, destroy or wipe out. Sixth one, the last one, linger. It means remain or stay behind? Now, let us discuss the question and answers of this poem, children. The first one, answer the following question. First one, who misses all the fun? So, children, who misses all the fun? The man who says it can't be done misses all the fun. That means the person who doesn't do the work in his life, he misses all the fun. And the person who says it can't be done, he misses all the fun. Second one, what does the title of the poem says? The title, that means children, it can be done. What does the poem says? The title of the poem says that we can do anything we wish to. Isn't it, children? That means we can do anything, whatever we wish to want to do. Okay. Now, third one. What does the man who misses all the fun do? Now, here in this question, what the question has given to you, the man who misses all the fun, what does he do? Now, here the answer, the man who misses all the fun remains unfriendly and distant, not getting involved in anything. It means he greets every fresh project with criticism and negative comments. Okay. Now, let's see the fourth question. Why does he miss all the fun? That means why the man miss all the fun? Because he remains unfriendly and distant and not getting involved in anything. It means, children, the person who is unfriendly with everyone and who's just making a distance with everyone and not getting involved in any task, that means the person miss all the fun in his life. Fifth one, what would he do if he had the power to do it? Now here, if the person have a power to do it, so what that person will do? So answer, if he had the power, he would even wipe out the history of the human race. That means he will remove the history of the human race. The last one, what examples of the man's progress have been given in the poem? Now, what are the examples are given, children? The two progress is about the poem. The invention of the radio, the motor car, electricity, telegraph, and telephones are the examples of the man's progress. Isn't it, children? The man's only has progressed all these things: the radio, the motor car, electricity, telegraph. So, here we have completed a discussion of the question and answer, children. Now, I want you to, children, just write down this poem one time in your English notebook. Okay?